Are you sick of churches that have forgotten this, the Bible? They basically become Tony Robbins motivational places. You know, tight jeans, big screens, and fog machines, but not church. I think it's time we bring back a little bit of the good book and God to our churches. I love this thing, this Joel Osteen cube. You push a button and he tells you something nice. There's nothing wrong with Joel. Joel is baby steps. A lot of my Christian friends and other preachers have bashed him. It's baby food. It's pablum. It's pre-chewed. Jerry Seinfeld, I've heard, is a huge fan of Joel. Did you know that John Lennon's favorite TV show was The 700 Club and he loved Pat Robertson? These guys can reach people that other preachers can't. It's a beginning. We should encourage people when they start to discover the Word. Do you know what all these auditoriums were built around America for? To preach. There was no hard sell. I did TV with a guy named James McDonald, who I don't care for, saying the least. And they asked about my conversion. And I said, well, I heard the Word. I went to church on Sunday with my family. And the Spirit spoke to me. It made sense. And I stepped up and accepted Christ. When we left there, he said, you got to come up with a better story. You have to come up with a better conversion story. Nobody's going to believe your story. Wow, is that sick? You know, if you hear the word of Christ, there's a program called Awana. I don't think anyone can go through Awana and not come out a Christian. It's a program. What do you think of this? What do you think of this? And you just logically step into it. I think it's very logical to be a Christian. Smart. I don't think you have to be in prison. I don't think you have to be, going down on guys at the wharf for a nickel before you, I want God. I don't think you have to have everything taken from you. I think it just makes sense. So don't hate on Joel. Don't hate on anyone that's trying to do good, no matter what their faith. Baby steps. And before you know it, you'll have the truth of the universe.
Do you have insurance on this car?
No. What's that?
It's Eagleman!
I've got something for you.
Look, she's dropping her rates.
You can't beat this.
Look at those low rates.
So, have you had the shot? I had the first shot. And now I'm about to have the second. Chartreuse, made by monks. It's beautiful. And it really helps get me through these stupid times when the commies are trying to take over. You know what this logo means? God's still in charge. Don't let these devils get you down. God's still in charge. God wins. And good wins. Ari Lehman was First Jason. I love First Jason because he's such a non-celebrity celebrity. Never die, never die. It's a song he wrote. Ari Lehman was the kid that pops out of the water for 2 or 3 seconds at the end of Friday 13th. And he makes a ton of money, $30 a signature, and he signs and he signs and he signs. And he's a friend of mine. And these little kids come in, and I always wonder why parents let their kids watch this horrible stuff, and they're in long lines and sign. And Ari says, remember kids, what the movie's really about. Don't swim alone. That to me is one of the funniest things. The movie Friday 13th, kids, don't swim alone. It's a message picture. Thank you, Ari. I had a great idea for an old lady punk band, the Gynosaurs. What do you think? And I was talking to Glenn Danzig, and he says the Misfits in this politically correct era could never happen. It couldn't happen again. The Beatles couldn't happen again. Look up what they sang about with the Pakistanis. Yeah. The Beatles would be canceled.